Good morning, dear students. Today we'll be starting the Unit 3 of Pharmacy Practice subject. The first point in the third unit is Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee. Now, as per the syllabus, the points we have to learn in this are organization, functions, policies of Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee in along with the drugs which are included in the hospital formulary, inpatient or outpatient prescription, then automatic stop order, along with the emergency drug list preparation. So these are the points we have to cover under this topic. uh, Dear students, as per the consideration, the Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee, which can be in short uh, generally denoted as PTC. The abbreviation is there, Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee, PTC. Actually, we know, uh, as per the introductory part is concerned, generally the hospital patients or even the patients which are admitted to the hospitals, okay, they receive large number of drugs. Large number means different categories of medicines were administered by them, and generally they belongs to the modern system of medicine, which is generally popularly known as allopathic system, okay, which is said to be the major part for the treatment of diseases. uh, it may be the single mode of treatment for which you can say the potential and demonstrated benefits of the drugs which are evolved or synthesized by this allopathic system of medicine, which are huge in number actually. However, they also possess uh, potential harm and very also toxicities were observed in this allopathic system medicine, okay. And since there is a multiplicity of drugs which are available, okay, multiplicity means many number of categories of drug which we know, okay, for the treatment of single disease there are many uh, groups or classifications were there, okay, might have studied in pharmacology and medicinal chemistry. So these all were having many classes. They are having huge complexity in respect with their effective use, and it is of great importance that the hospital using such drugs for the treatment of diseases in the patient should organize a sound basis for what maximizing the rational of use. Rational laws use means it should be effectively used. The effectiveness definitely which has been already proved when it has been undergoing all the clinical trials, but the adverse effect, the toxicities which might be uh, possibly observed after actual use by the patients in the hospital. So the hospital has to uh, frame a separate committee which is called as Pharmacy and Therapeutic Committee. We know what is therapeutic. The word means the therapeutic uses, the the application of medicaments for uh, the diseases for their treatment, okay. Then this pharmacy and therapeutic committee is said to be the one of such method or mode of making sure that there will be proper rationality or proper judgment will be there. You will be using the medicine, the drugs in the hospital for the treatment of patient more effectively, because the committee, this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, is doing number of functions which observes all these problems related to the therapeutic application of the medicines, along with all the harms which may be possibly occurring to the patients. Okay, hence the hospital has to organize or constitute this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Now, what is the definition we can have with us for this PTC? It is a policy framing and recommending body. First, we will see what policy framing means. You means the hospital is actually taking care to design a proper procedure, a specific schedule, which is called as policy, how the committee will work. Definitely, there are many patients admitted for different diseases. They might be given a huge range of medicines. Now, it is a bit complex function, okay, and involvement of many different personnel, starting from the physician, okay, along with pharmacists, nursing staff, all the healthcare professional will be involved for the uh, in this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Hence, you have to prepare a proper policy. Okay, so that PTC is having the involvement of this terminology in the definition itself, along with what says the recommending body, okay, to the medical staff and administration of hospital on matters related to the therapeutic use of drugs. Okay, now when we say what this committee is doing, they are giving recommendation in the sense they are advising the medical staff or even the administrator of the hospital regarding the important thing here is the therapeutic use of the medicines which are there used in the hospital itself for the different patients. Now, just I told, this committee is having the involvement of physicians, pharmacists, and healthcare professions. So, it can be the composition of this committee. Okay, definitely when we say committee, it is having the involvement of some persons from different categories who are working in the hospital. Okay, they can be selected by their capabilities or their experience or skill, which they can easily work or do the proper role which is needed to be done in the hospital, and hence they are having such composition which are said to be the persons selected from the medical staff. Now, next point is the objectives of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Generally, there are many things which are actually concerned with the objective of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. But when we uh, say which are the three major roles to be played by this pharmacy and therapeutic committee includes advisory, okay, educational, and the role which is concerned with the drug safety and adverse drug monitoring. So let us see in detail one after another. First, advisory role. Now when we say advisory, the what sort of a function done in this case, whatever knowledge possessed, okay, by the committee, they can recommend the all professionals, all the personnel, importantly the medical staff who is there, okay, who are actually involved in the use of medicines for the treatment of patients. They can do the recommendation, they can advise for many things, okay. Let us see. They recommends the adoption of policies. See, now when adoption means actually the policies which has been framed in the hospital by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee, okay, it is their obligation is or their responsibility to make make the compulsion for adopting the policies. Further, they can also assist in formulation of the policies, okay, even though we cannot always say that the pharmacy and therapeutic committee is framing the all policies, but we know, okay, in the first unit we have discussed, in the hospitals the managing bodies or who are there, the higher authorities in the hospital, okay, they are making the policies, okay. And what this pharmacy and therapeutic committee do, they assist in the formulation of such policies. In what regard they will be assisting? Only generally we can say regarding evaluation, selection, and therapeutic use of the drugs in the hospital. Evaluation is again a broad category. How to evaluate? Evaluation means we can say uh, when number of drugs were used, okay, in the hospital for the treatment of patients. Now you have to choose from the many brands which are available in the market for the same for the same say single category of the medicine, okay. You have to make a proper evaluation regarding many things, okay. And as they are knowledgeable and experienced personnel, they can advise the other person regarding the evaluation and selection of the medicines, and definitely which drug should be used in what dosage form, okay. That can also be advised by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee in the hospital, okay. Further, the committee serves in the advisory capacity to the medical staff and the hospital administration in the matters which are importantly regarding or pertaining the use of drugs along with investigational drugs, okay. When we say investigational drugs, what does it mean? What is difference between the regular drugs and investigational drugs? Investigational drugs are those drugs which are not actually in the market for use for the regular people or for regular patient. These are said to be the uh, under clinical trial, okay. The drugs which are under clinical trial of any particularly when they are under trial for human beings. So hospital were chosen for the same. So those category of drugs are called as investigational drugs. So this pharmacy and therapeutic committee is not only advising about all these things, the evaluation, selection, and therapeutic use of the regular drugs which are there, and but also the investigational drugs which are possibly, if the hospital is connected or linked for the clinical trial or involved in the clinical trials, they can have their role for this advisory. Further, in the advisory function or objective, you can say the committee makes recommendation concerning the drug to be stocked in the hospital patient care area. Now further, see the stock. Okay, committee knows about the therapeutic application, evaluation, selection. Everything is in detail known by the committee member. Okay, so they can make the hospital administrator or the person who are engaged in storing this medicine, okay, the stock which is there, how much amount, how much quantity of the medicines should be made available in this patient care area. They can ask them or they can make advice to them that which drug, which is the best in the uh, categories which are available in the market. Okay, and they have this role for advising the committee members for it. Then further, you can also advise the pharmacy in the implementation of effective drug distribution and control procedure. Drug distribution, it should be effective. Again, now you see this pharmacy department actually is a different department. Okay, we have seen in hospitals, organization, hospital. See, this pharmacy and therapeutic committee can also advise the pharmacy department for what implementation of proper distribution of the drugs. Now, as per the knowledge, again I am repeating this, as per the information they are possessing about the medicine, this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, they can also advise the pharmacist of this pharmacy department of the hospital for a proper drug distribution depending upon the effectiveness of the drugs which are there, and also the control procedures regarding this advisory objective which is there. Next thing about the objective, another important one we can say is the educational objective. Now when we say education, the committee is playing an important role for uh, sharing their knowledge, okay, to the medical staff, again which are other not the members of this committee, about the same, the knowledge possessed by them. The pharmacy and therapeutic committee recommends or assists in the formulation of function designed to meet the needs of professional staff. Now in this educational functions, what the committee is doing, they are helping to the medical staff, okay, which is called as a professional healthcare staff, for what formulation of the functions, what the functions they have to do or play, okay, which can be improved by getting the advice, okay, from or the recommendations from this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, okay, particularly for the all doctors, physicians which are called as, okay, the nurses, pharmacists, and even all other healthcare professionals which are there. Okay, for what? Definitely complete current knowledge. Now we know, when we say physicians who are there, or nurses, or even pharmacists working in the hospital, once they complete their degrees, okay, after completion of the courses, they get job, or might be having their own things done in the hospitals. So the knowledge what they have learned during the degrees will be with them, but the pharmacy and therapeutic committee is having the information of the recently used medicines, or recently available, or newly developed medicines, and they can circulate, or what they can provide the information to such personnel who are there, okay, physician, nurses, and pharmacists, regarding importantly again the same, the medicines and their proper uses. Further, the committee evaluates the problems which are related to the distribution and administration of medicines, okay, also including the medication incidents which are occurring in the hospitals generally. Now when we say evaluation, okay, there are many problems which are observed for the uh, when we say the drugs were distributed, the medicine is distributed in different departments, they, pharmacy and therapeutic committee, they can make a proper evaluation about the problems, okay, even about the administration of medicines. when when we say medication incidents, incident means the adverse effect, the toxicities, the side effects, whatever it may be, so those are called as medication incidents. So the in the objective of educational objective of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee, it is having involvement of this thing. Then the pharmacy and therapeutic committee further reviews all the adverse effects or adverse reactions which are occurring in the hospitals when the medicines were used actually by the patient in the hospital. Further, the committee, uh, by this information or knowledge, develops and compiles a formulary. Okay, uh, I think you have learned from the Chauhan sir, in the second unit, that hospital formulary what it is. It has been already completed, so you are better knowing in detail about this hospital formulary. So this pharmacy and therapeutic committee can have the next important objective for developing the hospital formulary, okay, and which is also including all the uh, drugs or medicines which are included in the prescriptions which are used in the hospital largely or regularly. Then can say it also provide uh, these things in a constant revision. Okay, they need to be revised, means uh, once the hospital formulary is compiled, okay, it is said to be a sort of list, okay, having compilation of all the medicines which are used in the hospital. You have to upgrade it in a regular interval, what it is called as revision of the hospital formulary. And how the revision is done? Definitely by the involvement of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Okay, they are doing the revision by whatever evaluation they are doing. Okay, of what their therapeutic duplication. Okay, there are chances this is there different all the merits advantages of medicines which are there. Okay, safety aspect of when they are comparing different categories of medicines, they can take the consideration of which is more safe drug as compared to other. Okay, and then another important aspect, they are also considering the cost, the price of the medicines which are available in the market, which is effective and cheap. Okay, it will be selected and included in the hospital formulary. So these all these things which are done in the uh, role, we can say, of this hospital the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. Further, the committee should minimize the duplication. Okay, duplication of the same basic drug type, a drug entity or products. Definitely, because it is possible. Okay, duplication means uh, there is possibility, you can say, that uh, the same category of drug is there. Okay, and there are many multiple brands available for the treatment of that single disease. So you may have many such thing, means many such medicines, the products available in the list of this hospital formulary should be avoided. Further, again chances that duplication means the duplicate material. Duplicate means which is not effective in this case. Okay, when we say medicines, there are chances that that sort of medicines were also available, and they have to avoid. Okay, they have to minimize this duplication by their knowledge when they are continuously or regularly observing the effectiveness of the medicines which are there. Then uh, the committee also establishes or plans suitable educational schemes for the hospital's professional staff on the matters of the same of the medicine application or uses of these medicines which are there. The educational schemes, possibly there are many uh, seminars or workshops were arranged, or the medical staffs were regularly sent to attend the recent development happening or occurring in the medicinal world. So there many seminars were going on, so they are asked to attend them. Okay, or participate in different workshops which provide a current or recent information or knowledge to the medical staff. So this is a part of pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So what is mentioned over here, suitable educational plans or schemes for the hospital staffs which is there. Okay, which is said to be the uh, important thing. Okay, further, the third and major role of pharmacy and therapeutic committee is the drug safety and adverse drug monitoring. Now, when we say drug safety, okay, actually, when there are many medicines, okay, many categories of medicines are developed regularly. Okay, and there is a addition of a new category or class of same therapeutic agent or medicines for that specific disease. So there is a continuous development or addition of different medicaments are happening in the same category or additional category of the disease for their treatment is happening regularly. So what we can say is the scope and knowledge along with the responsibility of the importantly hospital pharmacist increases over here in the same extent, because when we say the more number of drugs are coming in the market again and again or regularly they will develop, so the hospital pharmacist has to learn them continuously, and uh, his or her responsibility increases. And when we say further, along with this responsibility it increases make to have a proper development of his moral, legal, as well as all professional responsibilities for ensuring the safety of the medicines, importantly in handling and administration of the medicines which are there. So if the pharmacist, the hospital pharmacist is regularly monitoring all the safety aspect, the adverse effects which are occurring in the medicines in the hospital, okay, they will be uh, definitely upgrading their knowledge, and which is morally as well as legally needed. Okay, when we say pharmacy profession which is making it compulsory thing. So this function of drug safety and adverse drug monitoring is assigned to or taken up by the pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So because there is the involvement of pharmacist also in this, they are member, okay, or when we have seen the composition, the pharmacists are important part, okay, or inseparable part of this pharmacy and therapeutic committee. So it has been assigned to them, and furtherly is it should be continuous scheme of exerting the watchfulness or vigilance. The monitoring should be regularly done. Okay, we cannot stop the process of monitoring, okay, what the problem occurring in the patient, okay, along with the safety aspect. So these all both things again we can say is to be regularly monitored, and the pharmacy and therapeutic committee and importantly the pharmacist is doing the role over here to have its contribution towards the proper application of medicines for the patients. Okay, herewith we'll be stopping. The next point about this we'll be discussing in our next coming lecture. Thank you.